Hi, this is Scott McLeod at the UCEA convention. We're doing little video snippets from the conference. Why don't you tell us who you are and what you do?
I'm Carl Keys. I'm a second-year doctoral student at the University of Virginia. I'm interested in school community relations, how as leaders can use the affective nature of schooling to build school climate, school culture, and ultimately affect student achievement and school reform.
Cool. How's your conference going so far, Carl?
Oh my gosh. The conference is amazing.
Is this your first time?
This is my first time.
Okay.
There's such a buzz and a positive energy and great people who are here. And I was given a subtle suggestion that I should come, and I'm so glad that I did.
Good.
I'm very happy.
Good. So what's something that's caught your attention at the conference? An interesting presentation, a conversation that you had?
Wow. I wouldn't know where to begin. I mean, I guess I would say that just the warmth and the generosity and the genuineness of the people who are here and the scholars and their interest in me and what I'm doing in my little world. And I went to a presentation just before this one on leaders dealing with racism in their schools. And the three presenters were all from different institutions, but they came together for the symposium. And then at the end, they actually invited us, if we're interested in doing that kind of work, to work with them to build a project, which is, it's amazing. So, yeah.
Cool. So tell us a little bit about what's some interesting stuff that you're working on right now.
Wow.
As a doc student.
So one of the things I'm doing is I'm working with a leader, a junior faculty member in the Ed Psych department, and we're conducting focus groups on college-aged African-American students who may have experience with subtle forms of discrimination or prejudice in the form of racial microaggressions. So that's part of the work I'm doing. I've started to do interviews on a pilot study for a case study I'm going to do next semester on linguistically diverse, highly educated parents, their involvement in school community building. So looking at some of the factors that may stop them from participating in school governance issues and school community building. And I'm also doing an analysis of this Williams settlement. Williams versus the state of California was a settlement lawsuit in 2004. And a lot of folks have looked at it from the issue of facilities and instructional materials. But I want to look at if there's a correlation between that policy and student achievement. And so some of the preliminary data that I've run with this psych professor, suggested that there's some correlation between the two.
Very cool. What do you think are some of the big issues facing school leaders right now?
Wow. I would say like the changing demographics of the student population, being able to really welcome and engage parents and community members in the schooling process, and really like, I don't know if it's a rose-colored glasses kind of thing, but making the schools really central to the community, not just a place for young people, but also serves like a community center.
Yeah.
And really accountability issues and the punitive nature of NCLB and a contextual nature of No Child Left Behind, and dealing with that in an era of get it done or get out, in so many words.
Okay. Last question. So, and this may be a little hard to think about at your stage in your career, but what do you think the future of school leadership is going to look like? How's it going to be different than it is now?
There's so many considerations for school leaders. Like I said earlier, there's change in demographics, there's being able to engage the community in school reform. There's discussion on technology and being able to like implement technology as a way of addressing inequities in the schooling processes. I don't know if I'm old enough to answer that question.
Yes.
So much
No, that's cool. All right. That's cool. Thanks. Well, thanks for your time for this interview, and hope you enjoy the rest of the conference.
Thank you.
Thanks.